Now we will begin the next session, D.CAMP, Time to Up Your Startup Game. Established in May 2012 by contributions of 18 financial institutions, the Bank Foundation for Young Entrepreneurs, D.CAMP, is a nonprofit foundation for vitalizing the startup ecosystem, nurturing early-stage startups, and creating jobs for the younger generation. This session will be presented online. Please welcome D.CAMP.
Hello everybody, my name is Jinwoo Kim. I'm the CEO and founder of Hy Corporation. Hy Corporation is focusing on digital therapeutics for improving mental health. Digital therapeutics is a special purpose software to deal with specific disease with 3 requirements. The first requirement is that it should have a clear mechanism of action so that we can provide the rationale of how it can treat the disease. The second requirement is that it needs to have clinical evidence. The third requirement is that it should be usable and also safe and provide strong evidence for its effectiveness. So what is the difference between Hy and all the other digital therapeutics companies? Hy is focusing on digital theranostics. Then what is digital theranostics? Digital theranostics is composed of 2 components. The first component is digital biomarker that allows continuous diagnosis and monitoring from the data generated by the individual at everyday life. The second component is digital therapeutics. Digital therapeutics based on conversational AI agent, and also between the combination with the digital biomarker and conversational agent, we can provide personalized everyday treatment for mental disease patients. Hy was established in 2016 December, so it's about 5 years ago. Since our foundation, we focus on digital therapeutics. Also, we are proud to present our scientific advisory board. Most of them are medical doctors led by Dr. Jae-jin Kim. He is the head of psychiatry department at Gangnam Severance Hospital, and all the other members stands for one of the services for Hy services. And let me explain briefly about what are the 4 services that we are providing right now. The first service is Mind Garden, and it's for depressive disorder. And the second service is Semi-Talk, is for dementia patient. The third service is For Me, and it's for ADHD children. And the final service is Protocol. It's a dysarthria treatment. Our mission is digital theranostics for all human beings, effective, easy, and economic. And what we are visioning is that we like to be the #1 global digital theranostics companies that provide high accuracy digital biomarker, high effective therapeutics, and secure and safe scalable performance services. Our core value is we like to save even one more patient can be saved, and we like to they have better quality of life. Thanks for listening, and this is the end of my talk.
Hello, I'm Aram Baek, CEO of Nuri House. Nuri House is an e-commerce startup company born on July 7, 2020. Nuri House is cross-border commerce delivering Korean designed items abroad. As of now, we are collaborating with 15 Korean brands and have about 2,000 products being sold on our website. As we plan to launch it in full scale from upcoming July, I'm excited but somewhat nervous nowadays. Various industries based on Korea cultures such as K-pop and K-beauty are currently beloved by many people worldwide. As a Korean, I'm very much thankful for this trend. Also, as an entrepreneur, I think it is an excellent opportunity for Korean companies. I appreciated the business opportunity that I have to be able to introduce unique product produced in Korea. Nurihouse wants to introduce the fascinating lifestyle products from Korea. Many young Korean artists are continuously coming up with a great brand and a great product. We plan to provide excellent shopping experiences to our customers living abroad by constructing commerce system and payment as well as logistic infrastructures. I'm excited to become a bridge between the customer and the fantastic brands such as One Great Tail, Day, and Suckstars, which are young Korean generation love. We are preparing various collaborations with many influencers too, so please look forward to it. These popular influencers on social media will introduce our product and make unique items with Korean artists. We will constantly showcase the products that are infused with exotic Korean design that the customer have never experienced before. And Nurihouse YouTube channel will open soon as well. We plan to produce media contents on fun daily lives happening in a small startup company in Seoul. Please stay tuned. It is exciting, but at the same time challenging to build a new business. We fall short of every resource, but my teammate and I are going through this storm together. I'm happy to introduce Nurihouse during this time when we need much sharing and support. Please visit our website and browse through great products from Korea. I would love for you to show lots of support and interest. Thanks for watching. This is Aram Baek from Nurihouse.
Hi, we're Plask. We make a desktop software which motion captures file video based on machine learning technologies. We have been invested by Naver, the biggest online platform in Korea, and DCAMP, which are one of the most prestigious Korean VC. When making blockbuster movies or games, animating character is one of the most tough part. Most of content makers animate their characters by manual controls. Not only can this task be performed by skilled personnel, they're also significantly inefficient in terms of productivity. Therefore, the average salary of the industry is very high, and you can only make up to 5 seconds of animation a day after working for a long time. There is a more advanced method called motion capture. This refers to a method of digitalizing the actor's actual motion by attaching magnetic or optical sensors to the actor's body. But for recording it, costs like $2,000 per minute, which is too expensive for most of content-making companies. With AI technologies, we are creating a service that anyone can capture motion in anywhere. What we focused on is an AI technology called pose estimation, a technology that predicts the pose of a person in a video in 3D format. In more detail, it is a deep learning model that gets a sequence of users' joint coordinate from a video, instead of a green screen studio or many sensors that were previously needed. You can capture motion with just one video or one webcam. When evaluating the accuracy of pose estimation AI, a metric called PAMPJPE is used. It can be understood as a value indicating how different the motion predicted by AI is from the motion obtained by the motion capture. For our pose estimation AI, we achieved 14% lower PAMPJPE than paper code 5, which had the lowest PAMPJPE so far, which means we have 14% more accurate pose estimation AI. Should significantly lowers the price and difficulty barrier of the animation production process. It is a service that can be easily used by light users such as YouTubers, as well as, of course, the existing motion capture users. Therefore, through several usability interviews, we have designed features and interfaces that can be satisfied both customers area, professionals, and the casual users. Ease of use and high degree of freedom of control have been achieved at the same time. Our machine learning team consists of a developer who have experiences in Nexon, NCSoft, and Hyundai, and has high technologies in pose estimation field. We are changing the paradigm of animation production based on these technologies. Stay tuned for Plask, which will innovate the content market based on artificial intelligence. Thank you for listening.
Good afternoon. This is InfoPlus, an electric vehicle charging station enterprise which provides financial solutions via API platforms to Southeastern companies hope to be a next Amazon or Tesla. ASEAN, which represents Southeast Asia, has about 360 million internet users out of 570 million in total. It is a market with huge potentials considering that the number of users are increasing every year by 22 million. Companies such as Grab, Gojek, Lazada, and VNPay have already shown astounding growth and are still growing with the help of new consumers, which consist of millennial generation and Generation G. However, even with such explosive growth, such B2B financial technology sectors which could support B2C enterprises are underdeveloped. This is considered a substantial problem because the financial system cannot follow the development of technology and the consumers who use it. For instance, in the case of Vietnam, most financial works are done manually. Ironically, even though companies such as VNPay and Momo specializes in B2C financial technology sector, such as quick remittance exist in Vietnam. Vietnam's financial IT infrastructures and financial IT solutions are yet to be developed. The biggest problem is that there are not many B2B fintech companies which could assist in systemizing and development of financial IT system. We provide solutions to such problems on site with a global team of financial IT professionals with more than 15 years of experience. Our main product, Info API, is a BaaS, Banking as a Service, financial API platform that provides digital solutions to both enterprises and individuals. In 2020, starting in Vietnam, we have provided 13 financial API solutions, including data scraping, cash management solution, debit card, open banking, Astronaut. As a result, we have connected 12 Vietnam banks and have provided financial solutions via API to more than 3,000 Vietnam companies. Most of our clients consist of fast-growing Vietnam startup enterprise in fintech, e-commerce, and distribution sectors. Among them, there are unicorn enterprises as well. We are the only fintech company of this nature, and with COVID-19, similar demands are increasing. As explained above, we provide financial IT solutions that cannot be seen in Asian manual financial services. InfoPlus hope to provide equal and reasonable financial services that all 570 million consumers should enjoy. We are always on the move for improvement and for a better future. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Alex from an edtech company called Xerox Flow. I'm leading global business development for the company and looking for a new overseas business opportunity. We are currently preparing an expansion to India, one of the largest education markets in the world. My company founded in 2017 by Hong Kim, who started his career as an English teacher years ago. While working as a teacher, he found out that delivering good education is actually a tough job. There were too many things teachers had to do: preparing class material, delivering the class, giving assignments, checking results, managing assessment, writing reports, and returning to the first step. In a nutshell, they are trapped in an endless documentation process. So Hong built a prototype tool to lessen his work. so he can focus on teaching rather than writing hundreds of documents. Later, he found out the prototype can help others too. Teachers start to ask him that they want to use the prototype. And a few years later, the pandemic happened. Everything is different from what it used to be. Classes shifting online and teachers are facing challenges every day. So that's how the story began. We found out that easing the life of educators is a crucial condition to improve the quality of learning. To do so, we need to make teaching effortless for teachers by helping their documentation process. We improved the prototype and released it as a product called 1 Hour. Means it helps teachers to prepare 1 hour length class in a simple, easy way. When a teacher wants to prepare an online class, they need hours of documentation. This is where 1 Hour does the work. It has 3 main features to help teachers. The first one is preparing class. The second one is delivering it. And the last one is managing student assessment. With 1 Hour, teachers can create class materials fast. They can choose any types of medium they want to use. The medium quickly transformed into class material, and teachers can use it to deliver the education. 1 Hour holds features for effective delivery too. While having a class, teachers can search for dictionaries, make annotations in the same window without doing any other things. Giving assignment in a few clicks can reduce teachers' work significantly. The AI assesses students' learning activity and writes down an analyzed report. So after the release, schools and institutes started to use 1 Hour. For example, Bugil Academy in Cheonan is using product for both online and offline classes. And something happened when teachers used the app for the first time. Students start to ask teachers that they want to use the product for study. No one expected that because we only thought it could be for teachers. Now, not only teachers but students are using 1 Hour to study English every day. It's one of the most magical things we experienced, and we hope we can provide the same experience to others. Thanks for having me.
Hi, my name is Woojin Kim, CEO of Business Canvas. Documents have been the primary vehicle for knowledge propagation and played a pivotal role in human evolution. Until 15th century, before the invention of printing, knowledge was the preserve for the rich, but proudly enough, movable metal printing method that was first invented by our Goryeo dynasty brought groundbreaking changes. Through a typewriter that radically reduced the cost of spread of knowledge, the personal computer revolution has universalized the digital document work. Since then, Microsoft Word and Windows folder systems first came out nearly 40 years ago, and still today, it's a de facto tool that most of us use when we research and write documents. Today, in a flood of information, our document work requires us to find, integrate, and synthesize loads of external and internal data and information like never before. To our surprise, we spend more time wandering around files than actual writing. This is not just an annoying problem. Indeed, an annual $30 million loss occurs given an organization with 1,000 employees due to inefficiency of knowledge management, according to IDC report last year. Then why are we still approaching document work the same old way we did decades ago? With almost 30% of workers now employed in the information economy, there has to be a better solution in the era of the new normal, right? After all, developers have their own productivity tools, and so do designers. What about the rest of us? I'm Woojin from Business Canvas, and my team and I have a vision for a completely new document work powered by efficient knowledge management that will facilitate the entire document journey from research all the way to knowledge management. First, you can save all the resources with one click into any document or folder in Type. Second, you can view resources you saved regardless of the format of the file with Split Viewer in Type without opening other applications and needing to switch between apps. Also, through our groundbreaking feature, Backlinks, you can check the references of each resource easily. You will never ever need to waste time finding where was that PDF file I had referred to before? No more. So, and last but not least, by recommending relevant resources based on knowledge network, Type breaks free from information silos and channels where it matters most, and this will save you enormous time and money. We launched our closed beta this February in the United States and Korea. Our assessment metrics for user attraction and engagement are already showing a promising direction. To engage a wider base of potential users, we launched on ProCon only a month after the launch of CBD, the Billboard chart equivalent for tech products. The response? Explosive. We are the first and quickest pre-launch Korean startup to be featured #1 product of the day, CBD registration from over 20 countries, and the founder of ProCon's direct recommendation, an unprecedented result for Korean startups. After the incorporation in July last year, we closed the pre-seed funding within only 2 weeks from 3 top-notch investors, which is known as the fastest closing record in their history. In addition, in March this year, we were invited to Collision 2021, one of the biggest tech conferences in North America, representing Korean startups. By month 9, we got invited to join one of the most successful accelerator programs in the world at Techstars London. The same month, we closed our seed round of $2 million led by Mira Asset, Kakao Ventures, and Next Trends. We are arguably one of the fastest growing early stage startups at the moment in the world. Research should not be researched. Just because we have a 40-year-old standard for documents and knowledge management, it doesn't have to be this way forever. Type will set the new standard for the next 40 years to come. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Sang-Yong Jung, and I'm CEO of Hyperinbox team. Hyperinbox is a desktop application that connects with the tools you use every day for work and provides a unified inbox for managing all your conversations and issues in one place. As a lot of great SaaS tools are being introduced to the market, communication with a teammate or a client can easily get scattered over a handful of different tools, which makes it difficult to track when and where you discuss something important. Hyperinbox connects with Slack, Gmail, and other collaboration tools and provides you with a single timeline that shows all the Slack messages, emails, comments between you and the other person. If you're a team leader or a manager, it is also difficult to track issues and to-do items as you have to work with different people in different contexts. You have to respond to a Slack message from your boss asking for the progress of the project, while at the same time you are handling claims from clients through email threads. In Hyperinbox, you can convert a Slack message or an email thread into a task with just one click. That way, you can have a single place with all your action items, and each of those action items is directly connected to the original context. So, Hyperinbox is a base camp for all your work communication and action items. Hyperinbox is especially valuable when you are working remotely, because you have to depend on online tools for communication when you're not physically in the same office. Hyperinbox team itself is a born remote team that had been working without commuting for more than 2 years. And remote has been a key word not only for our way of working, but also for our business items since day one. As a born remote team, we are also a born global team. I was flying back and forth between the US and Korea when I started building the team, and one of my co-founders is living in Chicago while the other is living in Seoul. Naturally, we are working with business customers from both markets. Our vision is to build a top-of-mind software that people start their workday with, not only in Korea, but also in the US and countries all over the world. Thank you.
Thank you, D.CAMP, for sharing great infos about the inspiring startup groups. Now, this is the end of the session, and now we'll have about 30-minute break. The next session begins at 6 p.m., and the topic of the last session will be the new, the young, and the leadership for change. Please return to this hall prior to 6. Thank you.